Hello and welcome to the Evercade Retreat. Gene Joke here, and today I'm adding Aquaventure to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Aquaventure can be found on Atari Collection 1. It was developed for the Atari 2600 in the early 80s but was never officially released, or at least not until the prototype surfaced and eventually came to this Evercade collection. In it you play a diver trying to dive down and recover treasure. It's quite simple. You dive down, shoot or avoid hostile sea monsters and creatures, sharks and things. Some of them I'm not sure what they're supposed to be, but yeah, fishy things. You dive down, get the treasure, go back to the surface, rinse and repeat. The game has an endless loop, but progressive levels require you to dive deeper and you have a limited air supply. Naturally, as you have a limited air supply, you can only dive so deep. Certain levels don't keep getting deeper. It loops from a couple of screens deep to 4 or 5 screens deep. Naturally, on each subsequent loop, the enemies get faster and so on and so forth. Fairly straightforward stuff, but really that's what you would expect from a game from this era. Visually, it looks nice enough for a 2600 game, the main drawback being that some of the backgrounds are blue, as is your diver, meaning your character pretty much blends in. Depending on the screen you're on, brightness and settings and things, it can be really hard to tell where your character is. Other than that though, it's a perfectly fine looking game for the 2600. And naturally, being for the 2600, there's not much in the way of sound to talk about. What there is serves its purpose. This sort of game really lives and dies by its gameplay. And it does have a fairly compelling gameplay loop. It's simple, straightforward and is fun to be had. And it's a game that I don't mind in small doses. Although when it came up in Katie's challenge on the Evercade Discord recently, I found myself really irritated by the game. Some of the enemy movements can be quite erratic, the hit detection seemed off at times, although others didn't seem to notice this issue or didn't complain of it. It's something that bugged me. Anyway, playing it more intensely every short period of time, yeah, the game did irritate me, but in a context of not doing it as a high score challenge, it's fine for what it is, but I certainly don't love it. I suppose I could take it or leave it really is probably the best way I could describe my feelings on the game, aside from my irritation during the challenge. Outside of my personal feelings for the game, it's an interesting relic. The exact reasons for it being shelved during the initial release period is unclear. I couldn't find a reason, but in terms of quality I think it would have been worthy of release, especially compared to some of the games that came out. Regardless, it makes an interesting curio, one that is worth a play if you don't mind these older arcade style games. To place it on my overall ranking list, I would have to put it above Minky Monkey but below Sky Shark for the NES. Anyhow, I think that covers it for this video. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.